Where does a surge protector protect if it's installed in a subpanel?
Alright, so what we're talking today is surge protection. You can see my diagram, which is terrible drawing, but it's the best I got. You can see this is your utility. This would be a transformer at a power plant to another transformer at a substation, into your home with this would be your meter pack. This is a little bit different of a meter pack. So the way the meter pack works is once the line comes into here, it lands here and it's then distributed to each one of the sub panels from there, which is the situation that we had when I was showing how to install the surge protector. So what will happen is the meter is used for the utility to measure how much power you're using. It'll then come from that off a bus to a breaker, which will then feed a line into your house or condo, depending on the setup. This one is a condo, so it's feeding multiple different condos, as you can see, little houses. Once it comes, so this is just drawn out a little bit more. So it'll come off the utility, come here, feed into a house, feed into another house, feed into another house. Here would be the surge protector that I installed. So what's happening for it to protect surges is it's either lightning, which there's really not much we can do about. It's either utility switching on purpose or because there's something that's not intended to happen, maybe a down power line, a blown up transformer, who knows. Or when people come home and there's a lot of switching turned on and off, whether it's appliances, washer and dryers, there's all sorts of things that it can do. When current goes up, voltage goes down, and then the generator will actually pick up the load, but if it's switched off, the generator will still be going for a certain amount of cycles, and then it can, when your current goes down, your voltage goes back up. So here's the surge protector that I installed. Generally what's happening is it's looking for a large load of power, and then it's going to essentially suck it up and kill it. Now, if in this situation, it's only protecting any loads that are coming out of this panel. So it's not protecting anything in any of the other condos or anything here. So if you were to have two sub panels feeding here, it wouldn't be protecting all of your loads in this house. It would only be protecting the loads that are coming out of this sub panel. So if you have more than one, you would want to protect it. Now, the thing about the whole home surge protector is it's looking for a large load. So you're going to want to also protect it individually at each piece of sensitive equipment, because let's say the load isn't large enough for it to suck it up, and it's only a few volts different, it can pass through. So you're also going to want to put each individual surge protector at each location. So technically it does cover the whole house, but it doesn't cover in all circumstances. Now, surge protection is one of those things that it doesn't necessarily, it's not a cover-all, because there's no circumstance that it covers everything. What I mean by that is, let's say this surge protector, for one, if the load, as we talked about earlier, if the load isn't large enough, it's not going to catch it always. So let's say you have a transient voltage from the utility because of switching, comes in, this thing doesn't see that it's enough power, it can still make it through. Doesn't necessarily mean it will. Now that's also why you're grounded, to dissipate some of that and even it out. But the surge protector is a better option as well. Now let's say lightning were to hit here and it sends a big load through your house and it catches it there. It will, depending on how big it is, catch it and shut that down. Now, lightning is trying to go to the ground, okay? So it will generally just run through whatever until it can actually make it there. Now, if it was to hit somehow here and induct here, for the few cycles that till it sine waves out back to the utility, it could do some damage. And a huge power dump like that of lightning will definitely do some damage. So it all depends on where the surge is, where the spike is, whether it's a utility spike for transient voltage, whether it's lightning. There's not much you can do about lightning. Lightning will destroy what it will destroy, and that is it. But to answer your question, in this situation, for the one house, it is protecting the whole home, but it is not a coverall, as we talked about earlier. I hope that was able to answer your question, and I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.
Bye.
Say bye.